Okay, so for translations, translations are where we're going to move or slide a shape. So everything's going to stay the same, everything changes equally, and we have movements, and when we move, it's either going to go positive or negative. We're going to either move to the right or to the left. And same thing here for y. If it's positive, we're going to go up, negative is going to go down. So we're going to let's look at example 2 first. So for example 2, we have a grid. And we have this triangle and the triangle try, and it says to move to the left 4 and down 3. So if I'm going to go to the left, everything's going to go to the left. So if I start with T, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 3. 1, 2, 3. So you'll notice that we went 1, 2, 3, 4, down 1, 2, 3. And so this is our new shape. We have to do this with all of our points. So now we're going to go to R, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and we're moving it here. This is like if we were walking on roads. The grid lines are our roads. We're not walking through people's grass. They have fences. We might not be able to get through. We're going to walk across, and we're going to walk all the way down. It's like we're walking on our sidewalks. So here, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So when we plot our points, we can see that our triangle is the same. So the distance between T and Y was 1, 2, 3, so we still have 1, 2, 3. From Y to R, we went over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2. So our shape is the same size. So our coordinate points for T was at -1, 2. R was at 4, 4. No. 3, 4, sorry guys. And then Y was at 2, 2. Okay. So now we're going to look at the coordinate points of our new one. So T prime. T prime is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5, -1. R prime is at -1, 1. And Y prime is at -2, -1. So from each of these points, to get from 2 to -2, we did 2 minus 4, and we got -2. So that's how we went from this point to this point. We subtract 4 from x. Okay, so if we subtract 4 from x, this is how we're going to get the x minus 4 rule. So we're going to subtract when we go to the left. Okay, and we also went down 3. So to get from 2 to -1, from this 2 here to the -1, we subtract 3. So our y values, we're all subtracting 3. So when I went down, I subtracted 3. So back over here when we were doing the rule, we're going to add when we go to the right, and we're going to subtract if we go to the left. We're going to add to go up for our y values. We're going to subtract when we go down. And we saw that example here when we were doing our grid. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at example 1. Okay? we have a rule in here, x plus 12, y minus 5. So all of our x values are going to be added to 12, and our y values we're going to subtract by 5. Okay, so we now know that this means that we're going to go to the right 12 and down 5. So if we start at A, we have negative 1, 8. So our x value for negative 1 is negative 1, and we're going to do negative 1 plus 12. So negative 1 plus 12 is how we get 11. 8 minus 5 is how we get 3. So for each of these, we're going to do that exact same thing. So we have B, which was at 212. We have C, which is at 5, 8. And D, which is at negative 1, negative 2. So if I do 2 plus 12, and then I'm going to do 12 minus 5. Okay. 5 plus 12, 8 minus 5. Negative 1 plus 12, and then we have negative 2 minus 5. So we get 11, negative 7. So we have a quadrilateral here, cake, and we have these vertices. So I have 1, negative 2, 3, negative 1, 0, 3, and negative 4, 1. And this was cake, so we're going to put our letters in here because our image is going to be the primes. And we're going to do x plus 2, y minus 2. So for our x value, we're going to add 2. So 1 plus 2 is at 3. Negative 2 minus 2 is at negative 4. 3 plus 2, 5. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. 0 plus 2 is at 2. 3 minus 2 is at 1. Negative 4 plus 2 is at negative 2. 1 minus 2 is at negative 1. So we can see when we plot these. So I'm going to do my preimage first. 1, negative 2. Is it C? 3, negative 1. A. 0, 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. And then E is at negative 4, positive 1. So we have this shape here. And C prime is going to move to 3, negative 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I add 2, this really meant I was going to go to the right 2. And here, when I subtracted 4, this meant I was going to go down, subtract 2. I'm going to go down 2. So from C, I went to the right, 1, 2, and I went down 2, 1, 2. So our coordinate points worked because each of these went to the right 2 and down 2. So you can either choose to write your coordinate points by using the equation that we have here, our notation with our x values, if we're adding 2, minusing 2, or we can use what this means, going to the right 2 and down 2, graph our original points, and take all of them and go 1, 2, 1, 2. because all of them are going to do the exact same thing so that we can maintain the congruency of our shape. 1, 2, 1, 2. And you will notice that when we do this, these coordinate points are the ones that we wrote here. So I just graphed K, and K is at 1, 2, positive 1, which is what we wrote here, which is 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going to the right 2, down 2, E. And our shape is the exact same size. It's just moved to the right 2 and down 2. And that's how translations work.